How's it going, guys? My name is Zach with the Movie Castle, and today we're going to be talking about Day of the Dead, the series. This is Season 1, Episode 8, and is entitled To Anyone Who Can Hear My Voice. This is from December 3rd, 2021, and this time around we're directed by Jem Garrard, a new director to the series. This is the third director. So we've had the first guy doing 4, and then the second person did 3, and I'm guessing Jem Garrard will do the last 3. I'm not 100% sure, but if I had to guess, that will probably be what happens. Once again, this stars Keenan Tracey, Daniel Doheny and Natalie Malaika, and is loosely based on the original Day of the Dead movie by George A. Romero. And overall, I thought this was a better episode. We do get a pretty big zombie finale this time around. They even do at one point go to the pub, which I feel like is probably a Shaun of the Dead reference. And overall, a really good run and gun leading up to the finale episode. This is episode 8 of 10. There's only 2 more episodes left. And I'm hoping those will be big, crazy finale episodes. So this show is getting better. It just kind of sucks that it keeps flickering. You know, it's like you'll get really good elements with this show, then you'll get really bad elements with this show. And I want to see the show be a good show. And this is a good episode, especially that last half or so where they're running around in a zombie-filled city. That's really fun. You know, this is the episode where Luke and Cam go missing and everybody hops in the hearse. Kind of felt like the Mystery Machine a little bit, but everybody hops in the hearse to go save them. We get caught up to the flashback from episode 1, or rather the flash forward, rather. We get caught up to the flash forward from episode 1, so we finally get to see where that fits into the puzzle. And also, they finally meet Sarah. You know, Sarah's a good enough character, but boy, was she shoved to the side through most of this series. I'm like, she's good, give her more screen time, but she finally meets the rest of the team there in episode 8 of 10, so a little bit delayed, sure, but whatever, it's finally happening. And yeah, overall, a fun episode leading us into the end of the series. I just hope it can keep up the momentum. But anyway, let's go ahead and talk a bit about the plot. I'm not going to cover the major spoilers. I do want to say my piece on the plot points and make sure you guys have a basic understanding as to what the show's about. But I won't be talking about the end bits, you know. So let's go ahead and talk a bit about the plot. And let's say we open up with Cam and Luke in the car that we see in the flash forward. And they're driving down the street, and Cam is making some efforts to talk to Luke and repair their friendship. And he brings up, hey, so you came out to your mom, that's really cool. And that's where Luke slams on the brakes and he gets really mad at Cam. And we actually find out why their friendship has been on the rocks. You see, Cam found out that Luke was gay and had been pressuring him to come out. And Luke wasn't ready for that yet. He's like, it's my life, it's my decision, I'm not ready for this, just leave me alone. And I do like that we finally get to see what it was that, you know, killed their friendship. And, you know, Luke does see, he's like, okay, you know, I just wanted what's best for you. But I see now, you know, if you weren't ready, you weren't ready, and I shouldn't have pressured you, and he does actually apologize. And even though there's going to be more to come from this plot, we do get a lot of closure in this episode, so that's really cool to see all this happening. And, you know, they start to make up when, of course, the zombies come, and that's going to put them on the path to the flash forward we saw earlier. Now, with Luke being gay, I kind of wonder, in the original Day of the Dead movie, a lot of people thought the helicopter pilot and his friend, Bill and John, a lot of people thought those two were supposed to be gay. I mean, you know, they never outright said it, probably because Rhodes was crazy and you didn't want to mention that. But a lot of people, like, it's a fan theory that they were. And, you know, they had kind of, the two of them had, you know, moved further down the cave and were just trying to build a happy little life together. You know, they had the Ritz. And I doubt this show's getting a second season. But if we do get a second season, and if it is set in the bunker, I wonder if we'll start to see Luke, you know, move away from the rest and try to find inner peace or something. I don't know. It's just a theory, and they probably won't relate to each other any more than that, but it's worth noting. But anyway, we also get Sarah. Sarah is walking through the city. She goes to the police station looking for help, and in the police station, she finds a security camera and sees the sheriff, now Bub the Zombie, and is cued into his fate, you know? And overall, it's a pretty cool scene. The abandoned police station really does look like something from Resident Evil. Cool to spend some time with Sarah. Like I said, she's a main character. She's the name of the lead from the first movie. Not too much screen time with her, so I like to get a little more development from her, and after this she will eventually meet the main cast. Finally. But anyway, other than that, we jump back to the Paymart, and at the Paymart, the zombies are starting to be a little more aggressive towards it. The redneck guy, he's up on the roof and he's shooting zombies. One of them climbs up a scaffolding and bites him, and he goes down to the doctor and they try to save him, but they can't. He bleeds out, and oddly enough during the scene, they don't tie off the leg. They apply pressure to it, but I think you're supposed to tie it off, right? Whatever. Anyway, he's died, and they get duct tape, and they wrap him to the bed so that if he comes back to life, he can't get up. And of course, Lauren comes in and sees this, and bear in mind she was bit, and he's like, look, it's just in case he gets up again. And Lauren goes, I thought you said the bite wouldn't turn you. I thought you said I was fine. And he's like, this is day one. We don't know anything. So Lauren's a little on edge because of that. And also, the redneck guy is dead. You know, he wasn't the best character, but he was getting some good comedic moments, you know, so sad to see him go. But anyway, because the zombies are starting to overrun, the other mayoral candidate says, we need to lock this place up. Nobody goes in, nobody goes out. And this is, of course, where they realize Cam and Luke are missing. So the mayor, Lauren, and Jay decide to leave, even though the place is going to be locked up behind them. And the wife stays behind, and she is really not happy, but Jay says he has to go and save people. And Jay, at first, I was a little worried because I didn't remember him from the flash forward. I went back and looked. He is there for just one shot, so I was a little worried. I'm like, oh man, is Jay gonna die? But no, he is in the flash forward. But anyway, they go out to try to save him, and of course, they're going out into a zombie overrun world, which is where we get the climax that I won't spoil too much of, but you are running around a big city full of zombies. Classic zombie stuff, and I really do like it. It's a shame that it took so long to get here, but we are in the finale, and we do get a classic run-and-gun zombie episode. We get to the flash forward, Sarah finally meets the group, and a lot does actually happen in this episode. It's really cool. I don't know, maybe it's this new director, Jem Garrard. Maybe he's gonna save the series at the last minute, but I really did like this episode. I thought it was pretty fun, and I'm looking forward to the finale. I just wish we could have been at this level the whole time. But whatever. A cool episode, and let's hope the last two are cool as well. 2 more left. Oh, I almost forgot one last thing. In my review for the last episode, they talked about fracking, and one of the characters mentioned that their water in their sink had caught fire from all the chemicals, and I thought that was just a weird joke, and that's what I said in my last review. But so here I wanted to leave a quick correction. This is actually a claim that some people in towns where there's fracking make, is that there are chemicals in the water that are catching it on fire. And I didn't know that it was an actual claim. I thought it was just a joke. You know, they kind of frame the segment in a jokey manner, talking about why would you be smoking, why you brush your teeth, you know? And I thought from the setup that it was all supposed to be just a weird joke. And if it's supposed to be real, I wish they had framed it in that way and made it clear that they weren't being weird, that it was a actual thing they wanted to talk about. But apparently it's a real thing. Now, I tried to do some research for this, and when I did a little research, I was reminded of something that I should have never forgotten, and that's politics on the internet are quite horrible. So, yeah, there is some fighting about this issue. A lot of people think it's the chemicals that they use for fracking. Some people say that the trap in your sink is loose and that it's sewer gas coming up. I don't know. It is, you know, hotly debated, this whole issue. And I do want to say, getting into this, I feel like on the channel, I can offer my thoughts and I can offer advice. The last thing I want to do, though, is tell you how to think, you know? So if you're concerned with fracking, I would encourage you to do research, you know? Look at the claims from each side and then try to find unbiased material. Anyway, that being said, to everyone who's watched so far, thank you for watching. To everyone who's liked and subscribed, thank you. You really are helping the channel out. I'll leave a relevant playlist on the bottom. This should be my Romero Zombies Extended Franchise playlist. If you guys want to see more, you can click right there and see more. You can find my reviews for the past episodes, as well as things like Day of the Dead Bloodlines and Night of the Living Dead Resurrection, stuff like that. Anyway, have a good day. I'll see you guys again very, very soon. Relevant playlist on the bottom. Have a good day now.